Chapter 891, Believing in the Me That Believes in Me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Podcast, the weekly, more or less, One Piece review show. Not our fault, Oda's a hack. I'm the best guy ever, and here's Hypocrite.
Arr, yar, pirate word.
Good. Chapter 891, Believing in Me. Here it is. We've done it. Oh, also, cover arc, Leo. Leo's doing things. He's a pirate now.
The tiny little man with his new pirate captain status is going around Dressrosa repairing stuff. You know, not that interesting yet. As with most of these chapter arcs, we don't know what's going to happen until it gets to the end of those. So, yeah.
I hope we see him canonically fuck Ma Cherie. You know, she was really into him. I want their story to continue, and I believe that it will. Ma Cherie was so cute and was so underused in that arc, it made me sad. I really liked her design.
I think we have mentioned before that Dressrosa had too many things.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Like, she was the one that would, there was a current thread of, the Tontada princess, the entire time, and then we finally meet her, and she has, very little personality, and nothing of importance happens with the character. She heals everyone, but Oda could have just as easily just, written it so that people don't need to be, healed en masse, which would be an entirely reasonable thing to do. So, people get so tricked into thinking that just because a story went one way, it always had to go that way. Free yourselves from that, folks. But I believe everyone listening to here hopefully gets that.
God, that sort of thinking is so prevalent, and it really annoys me when you.
It's the worst
because it's of course that happened, but it really could have been very easily and with no actual significant change in the negative direction, been written to be better.
It's people gave me a little pushback when I talk about how annoyed I am by, Luffy just breaking out of Doflamingo's control. And they say, well, look, Mr. Best Man, he's he's going gear fourth. That's breaking the strings. Therefore, that means that was always going to, because it happened in quote-unquote real life in One Piece, that means it was, always what Oda was intending to do.
Yeah,
and you need to stop and evaluate that position.
It's just the wrong kind of argument, because it's completely separate from what we would be saying. We're saying, story-wise, something does or doesn't work, and everyone's arguing, well, actually, according to the literal Wikipedia article that I read, this is how it works based on what we can see from the comic. You're wrong to even think that it's bad, because it is explained. And it's just...
People confuse fictional writing with real life in that things always were and always would have been a certain way, and if you were smart enough, person reading it, you would have used your scientific understanding to predict what would have happened, a la, of course Luffy was going to break Doflamingo's strings. That's how math and science work in One Piece. And if only you were smart and paid attention, you would know that. But no, it is in fact a fictional work where things are arbitrarily decided by the author. So,
well, I mean...
Is that clear? Everyone get it?
Well, I mean, there are things like if it has been established that a gear fourth, for whatever reason that is explained, would have... if you could have predicted it based on the rules of One Piece, then it is good.
That would be good. I'd be praising it for that. That's exactly what I want. And Oda does that a lot, and I'm always excited when he does. But, that's not one of those moments. That's not one.
One of those big moments would be, Luffy being made of rubber and not being able to be shocked by Enel.
That is literally the best one. It is unbelievable. It's incredible.
They didn't really mention it up until when it happened, and it was oh yeah.
That's why, man. That's why it was so great when it. You're just it's because he's played up like he's literally God who can obliterate anyone, and then on the side you learn, oh wait, he's actually an electricity man, and you don't make that connection about what this could mean until Luffy comes face to face with him. Yeah, that's the good stuff. But in any case,
yes, let's get
hope you learned everybody. Chapter.
Chapter time. Okay, so it starts off on Wheat Island Soft Flour Town. I don't know what that means. I think...
It means they got baked goods, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, soft flour. Like there's hard flour and like different types of bread in different islands. I don't know. I can't. I'm not a
a hard flour to beat in video games? Undertale, Flowey. Undertale. Oda loves Undertale.
You've just said
there you go.
the
Wait
word
a minute.
3
And
times.
also, hard flour. Wait. Don't do anything. Look at this image that we should edit in. Oh god, I'm not going to do that, but look at it anyway. There's literally a hard flour boss from Cuphead right above this in an advertise. That guy was so hard. He was like literally the hardest boss, as opposed to that guy. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Enough of that. Enough of that. The point is, Luffy is going around in the mirror world fighting Katakuri and breaking all the mirrors, and everyone's like, gee, I can't fucking see what I look like anymore. What a shame. And yeah,
it's very unfortunate because all of Big Mom's boys are so attractive. They can't look at themselves.
Well, some of them are. You know,
oh,
fucking egg
Stussie's
chicken
very
man.
attractive. Oh yeah, Baron Chicken and we really were just talking about a Baron Chicken Man and Big News Morgan. The poor handsome birds can't look at themselves.
I mean, Big News Morgan was just a guest at the wedding, and so is Stussy actually.
That's true.
The Luffy and Katakuri have been fighting for hours and hours. I can't remember what time it was when we last left, but now it's 9:30.
I can't keep track.
So it's been a while. Time passed, and yeah, Big Bird. I nearly said Big Mom. Big Bird, which is his name, and Stussy are here. I forget. I think was Stussy like CP0 or something? Just like
she is an agent of CP0.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Nobody knows that except that fat guy who is not pictured, like the guy who was also a baron of like illegal stuff.
True, but didn't like Morgan also like hear that or something? He saw some of the secret information. Maybe not all.
I think it was like Morgan's like, oh, this is big news, and she's like, you'll keep quiet though because of connections, and he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Like they conspired to decide how the news would go or something.
Yes, which is awesome, and I love.
But it is cool, yeah.
Something like that.
So she's just hanging out and being all cool.
She's very cute. She's a cute girl. I really like Stussy's design and her backstory. And she's the queen of the pleasure quarter. How about you pleasure a quarter of my dick? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just the quarter. Just the 2/3 in. Two quarters in, like that one.
Yes,
not the front,
I want that
not
one.
the one in front and behind.
Do not touch. Those are reserved for other sluts of the evening. Do not touch their territory.
All right.
Yes.
And then we cut over to Luffy, who in the mirror world is being shot at by snipers, and they suck because Luffy's too quick. Which is cool, and we've got this new character, this new daughter of Big Mom, who has a fat ass.
She's got the fattest ass I've ever fucking... What? Oh my god, it's gross. It's weird. What?
All right,
I'm
gonna go out on a limb and say that it is either part of her devil fruit that she probably has about bubbles. Or, it's not actually her physical body, it's just like a suit, like that. That's her... I mean, it's probably just like she can blow herself up like a bubble, or a balloon.
And she does float. And by the way, here's a little Japanese for you, everybody.
Bubblegum.
There's a sound effect that's boyon, which is the like bubble sound effect in Japanese. So everything about her is bubble girl-y. So I am quite confident that she's probably eaten the bone devil fruit. I'm just guessing. When we find out it is the bone or the bubble devil fruit, come back and say, best guy, you literally are a genius. You know Japanese better than anyone in the world. Yes, that's what you should say.
I just like how like bon is literally French for sweet as well.
Oh, how delicious! How delectable! Excellent.
So yes,
but she's still a freak. Oh my god, her body. Ew, gross. I don't like it. Go away.
I guess you don't like the pear-shaped. You're more of a hourglass figure.
Oh my god, Pear-chan is canon to One Piece. That's her. Oh, she's disgusting. She's a freak. Never again. This is like honestly one of the most unpleasant designs I've ever seen in One Piece. It's absolutely disgusting. This is not a joke. In no way do I like this design in terms of that disgusting body. I like her curly hair. I like that she's cute. And I like that she's like cute juxtaposed with how gross and disgusting her body is. But ew. Really? Seriously? Ew. Not attractive. But that's
I
fine.
mean,
I'll deal with that.
I mean, it's
I'll
okay
deal
for
with
a character to be unattractive. I think it's. I just like the pose, like the way it's sort
It
of
is off-putting.
a really weird curve, and then the legs are dangling out in front.
It's weird. Okay, you know what it is? It's like, she's too like hot girl normally, and then she's also, you know, like, or you know, she's like a cute
Freak
girl,
of
and then she's
nature.
also like a freak. Like it's weird. It's the uncanny valley thing going on, and it's like when I look at this creature, I'm like, how is this thing not in agony right now? Someone has fucked up this person's body. It looks monstrous.
Dude, imagine the porn though.
Oh god.
She's got the
Ew.
fattest ass of
Ew.
them all.
Oh, it's just unpleasant. It's really unpleasant. Okay, moving on.
She doesn't actually do much. She is just being introduced and says, "Oh, I love Katakuri. I want to be his favorite little sister." Or
Oh, she does a cute little thing where she's like, "I'm gonna become the king of the little sisters," which is cute. It's just like a little Luffy parallel there with the thing. That's cute. I do like her.
Stop.
Also, she stabs a dude with a fucking fork, which is pretty sick. I like that.
Oh wait, yeah. When did she do that?
Page 4.
Yeah. So this guy misses and is like, "Damn it!" And she fucking stabs him with the fork. Good job.
She sticked a fork into him because he's done.
Oh,
There you go.
clever.
Yeah. Food.
And
all right, well, that's it.
Food, yes. Yeah, so she's just.
Oh, and her name, by the way, is Charlotte Flambe. Flambe is her name. That's right.
Which I would have assumed is like, because a flambe is like a thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
and she's like a
course.
bubble gum. Maybe flambe is supposed to be what she is, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know what a
flambe
flambe
is. Just
I
like
can't
a.
remember.
It's just like an on fire thing. Like a flambe means like fire in French. I think it's like yeah, it's like a sweet that you light on fire. It's a.
Yeah. You pour
It's not
like
really
alcohol
related.
over it and then set it alight, and that's how you. Serve
Yeah,
it.
that's right. That's right. It's not normally Oda would like generally tie in their power a little bit more to their name or something. Like he does that, but this one's fairly arbitrary. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
So yeah, Luffy's just she's there to like provide context as to what the fight has been by talking about it. She's like,
she's so cute from the neck up. I love her on screen from the neck up, and then I see that from the neck down. I'm like, no. No!
You see a picture of her on Tinder, and then, you meet her
like,
in real life, and you're like,
yeah.
oh my god.
Hell yeah. Oh, well, that's literally the story of Pear-chan, where, like, she posts, like, cute selfies, and then she zooms out a little more, and you're like, what? And then it's all the body, and you're like, no! Everyone, Google Pear-chan. You will be amazed. But okay.
Yeah, so, Luffy's been fighting for a long time, and Kategori is still beating him. He had the upper hand for a very brief moment, but it looks like he's been losing consistently since then. But he's not giving up. He's still standing. And
she's saying something that he's taken like so many like should-be lethal blows. And I mean, One Piece fights don't last that long. And honestly, I don't really find it that engaging what's going on here of them just telling us like, wow, Luffy's been fighting for so long. Aren't you impressed by that? I mean, not really. It doesn't really visually do anything for me, but I get it. It's a way that Oda can like kind of cheat and like talk about like, look how strong Luffy is. He's been fighting for so long. He's so much more powerful than he used to be.
I mean,
kinda.
It's literally the same thing as that one guy saying, wow, it's Jinbei. He's really cool, by the way.
Exactly.
And he's right there, and we're going to fight him, but he's really cool. Like, it's the same thing. Like, we don't hate on Jinbei just, like everything about Jinbei is bad. Things can be bad to other characters. Just so you know. Just letting you guys know.
Except to Jinbei, main character of One Piece. Nothing bad could ever happen to him. He's perfect. Never fails.
Oh.
Never fails.
I didn't know you changed your mind about that so quickly.
I love him. He's only good character.
So,
I don't know. There's not much to say. Luffy's just getting fucked up. And, like, the point they're getting to here is that Luffy is, like, developing his haki.
Yeah, very, very slowly learning how to predict the future in the way that Kategori is, which is, I don't mind. It's just actually, like, kind of cool, that through adversity, like, extreme situations of fighting, Super Saiyan will become more powerful afterwards. That's what he's doing
pretty much what
now.
they're doing. Yeah. That's for the purposes of One Piece, I think it works. I find it a little basic,
Yeah.
But for what it is, I'm okay with it.
It's a little basic just because most of this chapter is Luffy getting punched and getting up and getting punched and reiterating that he's getting punched. And it's a lot of panels of just action, and I'm like, well, like
it's true. It wears a little thin.
It's the sort of thing that works better in motion when like 4 or 5 panels can be a single like camera move instead of like a whole page.
You're right. Page 10 is interesting though, where I mean Luffy is just getting punched, but then it's like kind of clarified as like what Katakuri was doing was like every motion Luffy tried to do, Katakuri like delivered like a tactical punch just to throw him off balance, knowing exactly how Luffy was going to be. So like that is actually impressive and kind of a cool like martial arts feat specifically. Like Luffy's about to like make a right hook punch, so Katakuri like punches him in his right shoulder, so he like gets knocked, so he like can't connect, and it just like fucks him up. And he's trying to stand up, and Katakuri just punches him in the face, like to knock him back down. Like he's really just completely dominating Luffy right now, like we've almost never seen before. It's very intense. It's very intense, and is definitely making me think, wow, this Katakuri guy is, like, he's really, like, just way better than Luffy.
Yeah.
At least with his predictive abilities.
Increases over and over, like, how weird it would be if Luffy beat him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like, at this point, like, I know I've been saying this, like, every so often, like, at this point, it just seems impossible for Luffy to win. But he came back with, like, he made him embarrassed. But now it's like
we're just away from that now. We're not doing that at all anymore. I don't know why.
Like,
really,
like Katakuri is like wise to that, and he's not going to let that happen again. And now Luffy is trying to learn how to do the thing. But even if he does, it's one thing to predict the future. It's another thing to predict the future better than Katakuri has.
Yeah,
in order to punch him so that he can't dodge it because he can't see it coming.
I feel like what we're building to right now... Okay, what I want to happen is that this is all a fake out and actually Luffy just, like, does an extra super-duper embarrassment, like, beyond my wildest dreams, and we have a big laugh as Luffy uses that to win, somehow, like, in a really smart and impressive way. That I could get into, but that's not going to happen. What it really feels like they're building towards is Luffy just literally getting better than Katakuri at observation haki, something that, like, Katakuri, like, the strongest member of the Big Mom Pirates, aside from the Yonko herself, like, who's trained his whole fucking life, like, he's, like, 40 years old or something.
48
and
something.
Luffy's just gonna, like, beat him now? I mean, that's just not cool if that happens.
Like, I mean, you know, well, I'm trying to think of like a way that it could be okay, but it's really just it really just isn't possible because there's no part of Luffy's character that has shown him to be like a quick learner of new haki.
And I'd like to point out something. He just so happened
to have like Conqueror's haki, which is something that not everybody has.
It has previously been established that, like, there are, like, kind of hockey specialists. Luffy is a Conqueror's hockey specialist. This has been confirmed. So for him to just, like, immediately be, like, such a god of observation hockey, like, he has heard the voice of all things previously, which is something that, like, Gold Roger had, and, What's-His-Face has.
Wait, did he?
You know,
Was it Luffy? Oh, no, it was Luffy. Yeah, it was Luffy and Momonosuke on Zou.
That's right. That's right. That happened for a time. And, like, I just... so, like, he does clearly have, like, some strengths there. I mean, obviously, he uses observation hockey. But, like, to make him be, like, all of a sudden better than, like, the best in the world at observation hockey is just, like, it's inappropriate for where we are in the story. Luffy is not a god. He should have to, like, I don't know, kick and scratch, use his creativity. I literally don't want Luffy to just, like, get better than this guy. That would be not good.
It's not enough that Luffy can see the future. He has to see the future beyond what Katakuri can see in order to
because let's not forget
to punch him, to dodge him.
If Luffy, right, and if Luffy just matches Katakuri on observation hockey, let's not forget that Katakuri is way better in every other aspect than Luffy as well. So there would be no excuse for Luffy to. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Gear 4th is like stronger than this guy's like crazy techniques or something. I guess we don't really know that for sure.
I guess what would be like if it happens to be like, oh, he needs to punch him. Like, get through observation haki, get lucky with Gear 4th, and then punches him like once, enough to distract him to get away, that would be good. That would be a way to, like, he's not defeating him in one punch. You know, he's not, you know, he's just a lot of different things that he's learned throughout the course of the fight allows him to beat him temporarily so that he can meet up with his friends and do all the whole thing with the stuff.
Yeah, I hope that happens. I hope that happens. And then Luffy can reflect on how much he's learned, and he can be, like, thankful and maybe even friends with Katakuri in the end here. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe something like that could happen.
I'm still very much, like, enjoying this idea that Big Mom will like the cake so much that these guys will then become allies of the Straw Hats.
Indeed.
And then it'll be, like, very, like, awkward, like, you know, or maybe Luffy will be like, yeah, that was a good fight, good job, bro. And he's like,
That'd be the best case scenario. Luffy's only fighting this guy because he has to. You know, he doesn't want to fight this guy. I mean,
but then this guy will remember. There'll be a funny point later, like when all the battle is over, and then Luffy will imply that he knows about this guy's donut eating habits, and the guy will be like, "Oh, don't you fucking dare say that!" And he's like,
"Oh, that'd be so funny if they're hanging out and they're joking around, and Katakuri's all embarrassed because Luffy knows a secret. Oh, please let that happen in real life."
It'll be like the Zoro Sanji like rivalry, sort of fighting each other all the time thing, but with Luffy.
That'd be so cute. I hope that happens. I don't think it will, but I hope it does.
Oh, well, if Big Mom, like, that the whole ally thing happens, then I think that will happen, because that's like a classic Oda sort of thing.
If the big feast happens, that will happen. At least or something along those lines, hopefully. They will be chums. I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
There's too many pretty great characters in this that haven't really fought, but do look, that they have great designs, that I feel like an alliance is more likely than not. Because, you know,
I hope so.
There's no way they can really get out of this situation without a ceasefire of some kind.
Which I think is what the cake's going to lead to that. She's going to eat it. She's going to love it so much that it's going to be like, we're best friends now. Let's have a big feast, a big party, as they do at the end of big arcs. That's tradition. And I think it would make perfect sense for this arc that has been all about food and cooking.
Did they have a big feast after Dressrosa?
I guess they didn't, but the crew was already separated at that point, so it, like, is part of an ongoing thing. They did have a drink. They had a drink
to say, we're the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, I think. And
True. It was kind of an awkward ending, though, because half the crew was gone. And I don't know, maybe they did have a party. I can't remember. I don't think so.
I remember they did the fighting, and then Luffy was, like, all tired, and everyone was like, yay! And then something about running, and the Marines couldn't catch him because of some thing. And then they were sneakily hidden in a house somewhere, and they were like, we are hiding you from the Marines. Hee hee.
Yes.
But they're going to find out, so you gotta go, quick, go! And then they went.
And there were some weird things going on there, but I'm sure we'll see more soon. This arc is rapidly approaching its conclusion. By the way, can I just point out how much I love Katakuri's donut floating punch fist powers? Yeah. That is so cool, and I love it. That's really all I have to say. I just think it's like the coolest shit. It's aesthetically awesome. He's still got his Luffy powers to be like a sick rival. Everything about Katakuri is perfect. He's amazing.
Yes.
Just hope he doesn't end terribly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
there's not much to say about the fight other than what we've said, so clicking next to the cake. The cake is done.
Oh, it's done and dusted.
I think it looks exactly the same cake as the one we saw before, because I remember the skulls.
That's boring. I was hoping that it looked totally... I was like, oh, look at the skulls. But if it's just the same, that's a fucking waste of a cool design.
I just remember something, like, it looked similar to this, at least. Like, the same wedding cake. Maybe the skulls were there.
Well, no matter. In any case, it's awesome as shit.
It is.
It looks dope. Mm-hmm.
And all the cooks are fucking fainting, as is, like the symbol of badassery, like working so hard that they're all died. They're all dead.
Indeed. And their blood, sweat, and semen was all pumped into that cake, and now it's ready to eat.
And
then pudding's a bit of cunt once again.
Puddings lets her bitch slink through. What am I trying to say? Lets her
show through. It shows through. Yes.
And
she just reflexively acts like a bitch. Yes.
I really like how Sanji doesn't react. He's like, well, I mean, that's a good point, but we gotta go. You know,
yeah,
there's nothing we can do about
takes
all
it
that.
at face value. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, but he's like, yeah, well, okay. God, I hope they stay together. I mean, honestly, like people ship like Sanji and Nami. That ship's trash compared to Pudding and Sanji. I'm coming out as a Poo-G or a Sa-Ding shipper. They have a much better. The Nami Sanji relationship is bullshit, and we all know it. It's not going anywhere. I mean, Nami doesn't give a fuck.
There's something. Yeah, it's weird that it would be Nami. I mean, Sanji loves Nami and Robin. He doesn't
like, love them. I mean,
well,
you know,
he has heart eyes. It's like, oh, beautiful ladies. You know,
but he's had that for every woman in the entire series before Pudding. By the way, which is what makes her stand out so much.
I mean, I'm not like advocating for Sanji and Nami.
I know.
I've never really thought of that. Like, One Piece is like unique among shonen that I've ever read, where shipping doesn't cross my mind at any point because
it's like not even real. It's not even part of the narrative in any way. I mean, there's like Boa Hancock, but that's an obvious one. That's the joke.
But like that, I don't even know where that's gonna actually happen. I mean, Luffy doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It was just funny and
like how boring would it be for Luffy to actually marry Boa? It would suck. It'd be so lame. It's like so obvious.
It would be the same as Goku and Chi-Chi. It just came out as like he said something to her when he was a little kid, and then she came back, and then she's like, "You said you would marry me," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Well, all right.
And that was it.
Yeah. Only Luffy is even less interested because he hasn't made any promises to anyone about anything. He's just literally gay. Nah, he's
so shipping is like the Nami and Sanji, like the idea that at the end of the adventure Nami will be like, you know, Sanji, I love you, and he's like, oh,
what the oh god,
like that.
I just
want to
point out
that just doesn't make any sense. I'd
like to point out to any shipper, period, that if you are dreaming about the ships and who's going to end up with who at the end of One Piece, you are literally doing One Piece wrong, because that is stated by Oda to not be the point of One Piece, and you need to recalibrate what the fuck you're doing with your life, because that is incorrect. That's not what One Piece is about. Keep that shit in your Steven Universes and your Whammo Kablamo cartoon shows, whatever the fuck you kids watch these days. Teen Titans Go that you love so much.
It is interesting to me how, you know, despite this having like more overtly like romantic characters than other shonen have, but like Naruto. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid, but it was like, oh, I hope Naruto gets together with Hinata instead of Sakura. Fuck Sakura, she sucks. Well, like, there was shipping in that, and like I understand people who do that with Naruto, but with One Piece, it just doesn't fit for some reason. I don't know what the difference is. That had so
much more traction in Naruto than any ship does in One Piece. It cannot be done. And, I mean, the obvious ones are there, but they're literally played for jokes. And you should feel like a joke if you contribute to shipping culture related to One Piece. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. And, so we're at the end. We just flash back to Luffy here. So Sanji and the cooks have completed their task. Luffy's here. He's not giving up. And him and Sanji both say in sync, because they're believing in me. I can't give up. And we gotta win.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do. And Sanji is covered in cum, just dripping with semen. Oh, it's not all right.
Maybe that's why Big Mom will like it, because of the amount of
She loves sex with men. That's cool. So do I, as everyone does. And then we got I forgot the last double spread here page. We got everyone's like, oh no, there's Big Mom, and she's big, all right.
Oh yeah. Chopper has gone gear 4th, whatever he calls it, big boy.
Monster Mash. Yeah.
And I don't know what he's been doing. Like, I guess he's been, like, blocking the fire somehow, or jumping at it and punching it.
He tactically is blocking a giant ball of fire with his face. That appears to be what he's doing.
The sun's coming. Let me I'm gonna grab it and push it
Yeah,
away.
no, this is weird. Like, he looks like he's hurt. I guess he's burned a little bit. I don't know what which is the sound effect. I think that is the sound of, like, singedness. I guess he's literally been punching back the sun with his face and
it's
torso.
kind of like the logistics of this don't make much sense, because he would have been like, in order for the ship is kind of on fire as it is anyway. But like, where is he standing on the ship in order to do that? Is he like
I can't tell.
top?
I cannot tell.
Is he in the back? I guess he is.
I think he's
behind the last sail, just
but
standing.
Like, why would him doing that stop this sun from engulfing the entire sunny? And if the sun, if Prometheus is close enough to burn Chopper, it's definitely close enough to like burn the sunny. And you can see it is it's looking pretty singed on the edges. That's true. Yeah. I don't understand what's going on here.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah. They're all fucked. But look how cute the little slug is on the thing down there. You see that guy?
I see him.
Oh,
he
should be all the thumbnail. He's best. He's good.
Blow him up.
Blow him up, like Pedro, our hero, who's not dead, by the way.
Who will jump in and then blow up the sun with an anti-explosion.
He should then become He should then become a gag character who just appears on scenes and detonates himself, and continues to do this for the rest of the series.
It's like, Pedro, how many more times are you gonna do this? Until I run out of ammo.
Yeah, boom. Pedro, would you pass the mashed potatoes, please? What? Boom. Oh, he did. Well, that's how he mashes potatoes. It's like, why won't someone mash my potatoes? Pedro's like, I got you, fam. Jumps on potatoes, detonates self-destruct device. Potatoes mashed. Bam. He's
also
so helpful.
Spread across like 10 kilometers.
No, they're perfectly tactically lands in everyone's bowl. Instant mash deliciousness. Oh, he's so helpful.
Yeah, it's like he hears like rumors of people needing mashed potatoes, and he just stands on the hill, and he's got a bowl of mashed potatoes, and he clicks the button, and the mashed potatoes fly into their plates, and they're like, "Oh, thank you, Pedro." He's like a local legend.
He's just looking for a place to die, but. You know, the only battlefield left is in the kitchen. Someone needs to mash those potatoes.
He ate the immune from death by explosion fruit.
Yeah, hey, I believe it. I believe it.
But well, yeah, the Big Mom is big. This is a big ball of burning.
Yeah, he'll get you. He will get you. Look out, everybody. And Gene Bay comments, everybody quiet. Gene Bay's got something to say. At that size, even ocean water doesn't do a thing. Oh, thank you, Gene Bay.
What?
He's steering that ship so good, and he has time to make a comment? God damn, he's good. Holy shit, what a skilled character. All right, guys, I'm literally memeing you. Don't get mad. That's just a joke, but it's funny now. It's
there
funny
is one thing about Jin Bay's like jaw, like his face, like his mouth is sort of like, I don't know. There's something off about it. Like the left part of his cheek is like wider than the right part of his cheek. Like his mouth is, like,
I see what you mean. It's because I think he's like leaning over his shoulder, looking backward as he steers the ship in the other direction a little bit. I mean, it does look a little strange, but I see what you mean.
But yeah, Big Mom is about to destroy it, but then she catches a whiff of something on the horizon, and that's. Oh, you know what, though? I just had a thought.
What was that?
You know, we don't see what's on the horizon. You know, Nami's like, what? And she's like, what is this wonderful aroma? You'd think it's the cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this may be a Beitan switch, and it might be the Germa with their kingdom.
The Germa. I think it's going to be cookies. I think it's going to be roast cat as Pedro, a singed cat body of meat, you know, on a delicious plate. He's just floating down the river.
Floating on like a big plate across the sea.
Exactly. Because he ate the plate fruit, you see. And
when he gets close enough, you know, she picks him up and she's like, ooh, delicious roast cat. I mean, it's not a wedding cake, but, you know, I'll eat it.
This'll do.
And as soon as he's inside her mouth, he's like, bingo, and he clicks the button and explodes her fucking head off.
I'm just picking him as like a roast turkey now on a plate, just like being like, I'm in the secret base. Here I go. Detonates bomb again. Oh, incredible.
But yeah, like we've got the Germa, and they're around, but
They haven't done anything, but they got to do something, right? Before this arc ends.
That's why I think this might be the Germa coming up, but I don't know why that would happen. I'm just thinking if there's a reason for them to arrive, a bait and switch like this is like a pretty fun, like, oh, I didn't expect that.
It does look like it might, in fact, be a bait and switch, but I'd like to point out that, so a while ago, we predicted, at least I predicted, that there would be, like, a big fight happening now to, like, justify the Germa's, like, reason to be here, and, like, we'd get to see them be cool, like, for even a singular moment. I think that's just not gonna happen now, and the Germa will have done nothing this entire time, other than get cucked.
That would suck.
Yeah, like what could they even do? Like why even fight Big Mom? The wedding cake is like right there. It's coming. It's on its way. But you know, to be fair, it is only like 9:30, and there's been something about meeting the Straw Hats at 1 a.m. was like a thing.
That is true.
So I think it might not yet be time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Man. The Straw Hats are trying to meet at Cacao Island, the Chocolate Island or something.
Yeah.
1 a.m.
One Piece always has these, like, whenever there's, like, a thing, like, remember when Eneru did, like, his, like, death game, and then, like, at this time, I predict there will be 5 players left, and then, of course, like, that was a big moment, like, when that time came, and I think he was, like, off by 1, because, like, Luffy was still alive or something. Like, it was, like, a moment that was predicted to be important, and I feel like this 1 a.m. thing is an important moment that's, like, being set up to be special, so I think something is going to happen for the next while, and I think it will probably involve the Germa to justify their existence.
You know what could happen?
What's that?
I forget exactly what, like, the Germa... oh, well, yeah, Sanji saved them, and they're like, oh, thanks, bro.
Right.
They got their kingdom back, they got their stuff back, they got their army, they got their snail ships, whatever. And then Sanji's on the boat with the cake. What if they don't want Big Mom to have the cake? And that would be the excuse for Sanji to fight them, finally.
Hey, then my prediction of them fighting would finally come true.
Yeah, because there's no reason for them to fight at the moment, except for, like, stopping the cake.
But why would they want to stop the cake?
Because they want to eat it. It's delicious.
Okay, like, if there's maybe they know Big Mom wants to eat the cake, and... Wait, why does Sanji want Big Mom to have the cake? What is his motivation right now? To stop her rampage?
They discussed it before.
Okay, I know Sanji himself likes to feed hungry people, so like that's his personal motivation here. Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah. This will be like a parallel of when, you know, he would make meals for the rats or something, and his brothers would beat him up. And it's like, why are you making meals for the rats? And this is the same thing. She nearly killed our dad and us. How could you fucking think of feeding her
Oh, that's
food?
it. That's it right there. That's got to be it. That's the only thing that makes sense in this situation. And then he shall defeat all his brothers and maybe his dad. That would be the one. That would be the way to give Sanji a cool fight here at the end of his arc against these characters that have such massive history with them, and he can defeat them all at once. That would be it, man. That would be the way to close off Sanji's arc, because this is the end of Sanji's relevance to One Piece at the end of this arc. I mean, he might do one or two things, but it's all downhill from here for Sanji. So go out with a bang.
Like thinking about it, like, oh, it's all downhill from here. But like,
I just mean in terms of narrative importance. Yeah. He should have this climactic moment. He more than everything that he's done making the cake has been cool, but really not that grand a moment for a shonen series. Sanji needs a fight. He needs to fight his brothers and beat them. That would be the perfect way to end this.
Yeah,
I hope it happens.
The thing about it is that he's on the ship and he's with Capone Gang BG and all of his crew. So I don't know whether it's going to be like 1-on-5.
Oh, you know what?
Imagining.
Here comes the thing where Sanji gets to be a cool guy and Pudding will faint and go, oh, my boner is big now because I love Sanji. He's going to be like, I'll take care of this. I'll handle them. And then he'll be able to be a cool guy. And he'll be like, it's personal, baby. And then he'll be like, eat shit and die to Pudding. And she'll be like, okay. Yes. Duke Nukem.
Yeah,
quotes.
that's our special prediction for next... Well, not next week, because it's on break. God damn
Oh, no! How sad.
Next episode, whenever it comes out.
Oh man.
Yeah,
900's
people
coming
are
up
going to
pretty
say,
soon.
"Oh, the cake's here." No, it's not the cake quite yet. Well, maybe they're going to fight, and then Big Mom is going to jump in, and she's going to be like, "Oh, what's this cake here?" And then the German are like, "Don't eat the cake," and Sanji's like, "No, please do." And
wait a minute. What if Big Mom's about to eat the cake, and then Pedro shows up and fucking blows up his vest, and the whole cake gets exploded?
It's
Pedro,
exactly the same as what happened before.
Exactly.
Damn it, Pedro
God
is like,
damn it.
and he
just wants to die.
and he's got like an emotionless face on, and he does a little thumbs up. You know, he's just staring straight, and he's just like thumbs up, and everyone's like, "What the fuck,
What
Pedro?"
the fuck? And they literally, and then we spend the next like 4 hours of just like Big Mom sits Indian style outside the kitchen while Sanji just cooks another cake, and everyone's like, "Pedro, you have to sit in timeout while we make a new cake." And she's very patient, and that's the climactic end.
But in this country, timeout is the grave. In you go.
Indeed. All right, well that's it. We're done. We've talked about this and everything in this chapter and much more, as we always do. So 2 weeks or so, we'll see you then. 892.
Oh, and let's mention we have the Podcast Patreon.
Indeed.
Which you can go to in the link on the description and on the end card things, and you know, give us money for because you love this show better than all the other One Piece podcasts. That's our tagline: better than all the other ones.
It's pretty true. One day we'll have to kill the what it's called, like the One Piece podcast or something. That's like a thing that's been going for a long time. Fuck those guys. We're the new
start
hotness.
Beef with them. We should start beef. We should attack them. We should invade their country and steal their poneglyph.
Good idea. Let's pull a Blackbeard and eat them and gain their devil fruits.
Dude,
that's
wouldn't it be
plan.
fucking sick? Because we have a ship, we have like a flag, and
we're
2 crew members and stuff. You know, we just start beef literally like in universe, like One Piece style, with other people. And they don't have ships because they didn't do animation for their show. They
what the
suck.
fuck are they gonna do? Literally nothing, those idiots. Oh, we outsmarted them again.
And one other thing. We also have now a Discord where you can come and discuss the show and and the manga with all One Piece fans. It's just about One Piece. If you want to talk about One Piece all the time, go to that Discord. A link also in the description. And there's patron exclusive chats in that Discord. So Patreon, Discord, get on it. It's all cool stuff.
Click the link in the description. Join the Discord. It's the hottest place to be on the 7 seas of the internet. And yes, patron us money to support the show and to get access to the secret chats where only the Illuminati celestial dragons get to tread, and you can too for I think $5. You'll be a celestial dragon. You'll be a Tenryubi.
Something around there.
That's a cheap deal. Well, there you go. I think that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. 2 weeks or so. Stick around and let's read more One Piece then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.